Hey everyone, welcome to Unnecessary Inventions, the show where we celebrate the clever, quirky, and wonderfully specific gadgets you can find online. And then we gently ask the question, but why? Today, we're actually exploring the world of ultra niche tools. Let me explain what I mean. In my hand is a classic of this genre, the stainless steel Apple Cora. Now, before we begin, full disclosure, I know what this is for, kind of. True believers say it's for a very specific, actually kind of lovely culinary use of this tool that we'll absolutely get into shortly. But first, we have to appreciate its existence. This isn't just a utensil. It's a tiny metal tube on a quiet, determined quest for meaning. It is a fruit philosopher. Behold, the cylinder of possibility. Frankly, this looks less like a kitchen tool and more like a piece of robot's finger they left behind after fixing a toaster. It's a humble hollow tube with a sharpened edge that whispers a very clear mission. I have one job, and it is extremely particular. The promise is oddly elegant. You play this over the apple stem like you're bestowing a tiny metal crown, press down, and voila, a clean geometric removal of the core. The reality, well, I guess let's investigate with a test. But first, we must admire the confidence of a tool that doesn't reduce waste. It simply redesigns it into a compact apple roll. But alright, let's see how it performs in the wild. Alright guys, let's go. So let's take a look at the instruction, okay? So first up, you take your apple, here we go. This one is nice and firm, alright? You just place it onto a flat surface, okay? We have a cutting board here. And now what you do is you take the Cora and line it right on top, okay? Here we go. And then what? And right in the center. Yeah, I think so, yeah? Okay. Then you just push and twist, okay? Here we go. Are you ready? All right. Oh. Firm and steady pressure. Listen to that. We're in. We're straight through, huh? All right, feeling good so far. And then it says, moment of truth, lift it up, okay? So you lift up the, whoa, look at that. A perfect cylinder right out of the apple. It actually works. That is actually rather satisfying. You know, the core is just gone. Look at this. Look at this. Wow, not bad. The hole is slightly off the center here, but hey, I could improve next time. So there you go, guys. One perfectly cored apple, ready for slices or pie or just eating. Honestly, this was kind of way easier and more satisfying than I thought. The thing kind of worked, right? I could have done a better job here, fine. But now, we need to clean this up. Well, now that the test is done, what do you guys think? Well, but first, as promised, let's acknowledge its purpose, okay? This is where the Cora stops being a joke and starts being a specialist. In many Chinese home kitchens and across East Asia, this tool has a beloved specific role, making steamed or double-boiled fruit desserts. Think Asian pears or apples, where you remove the core, kind of stuff the cavity with some goji berries and rock sugar and dates or whatnot, and then steam it until it becomes a very soft, sweet, almost herbal tea adjacent dessert. It is a comforting treat, often seen as a home remedy. Now for that job, this Cora is actually perfect. Instead of hackling awkwardly with a knife, you get a neat straight tunnel, a perfect edible bowl to hold all the goodies. For steamed fruit soups, this isn't a novelty, it's a precision tool. So here's my question to you though. Knowing that one genuinely good use, would you buy it? Is being the undisputed champion of steamed pear desserts enough to earn a permanent spot in your drawer? For the rest of us just trying to eat a snack, it is a bit more of a philosophical choice. Look, this tool is not without charm. When all the stars are aligned, it does create a hole, a remarkably cylindrical hole. But here's the delightful irony though. We've engineered a device to remove a part of the apple that many people simply eat around. It transformed the simple act of eating an apple into a multi-step process involving pressure, extraction, and cleanup. It's the kitchen equivalent of using a GPS to find your own refrigerator. So who is this for? Well, it's absolutely for the master of steamed fruit soups, just like we mentioned. And beyond that, it's probably for the optimist who looks at an apple and sees not just a snack, but a project. It answers a question that is rarely asked during a casual snack. Hey, what if apples came pre-cored? You know, it's a simple, shiny, and strangely specific piece of matter, to be honest. It offers the singular satisfaction of a perfectly executed whole. On my completely unofficial scorecard, it gets an A+ for its speciality, steamed desserts, and a very gentle C for, I guess, casual snacking. What do you think? A must-have for its one true purpose, or a solution still looking for more problems? Let me know in the comments below. Now for our final verdict, as provided by the universe. Let's see what the fortune says. Not every void needs filling, and not every course needs removing. That message was for this Cora. It may be on a deeper level for all of us.